Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz, welder fabber, and today I'm going to start this chapter with a call out. Me going out on site to a breakdown in Huddersfield. Not quite sure what it is, but I think it's a ram guard that's broke off there, can you see? I think it's off a ram anyway. Snapped off and he's welding back on and straightening back up. By the looks of it, something's been bent. I'm not too sure, but I'll just make sure everything's in the van and I'll get over to Huddersfield whilst Cal carries on with your job in the workshop. So I just landed in Huddersfield for this little Lieber 13 tonner for Howard Stott. And what's happened is the ram guard has been snapped off. It actually pulled the gland out the end of the cylinder as well, and it's had a repair on the ram. So I found the ram guard, which ain't an issue. We've got a bit missing here, and then that bit there goes to here. There's a little track that slides on the ram. In fact, I've got it in the van here now. So that's the little track that slides on the ram that's bent and we'll have to straighten out. Now it's got that bend in it, bent both ways. And this is the little bracket that's broke off the end of the guard. See, that just butts up to that. So I think we'll take this off, re-weld this on, straighten that because that's bent as well, straighten the guard and get it back on the machine. Might not need to use the Warrior, you could just use a stick welder for what we're doing on the Shindauer. Let's crack on because Howard himself is actually on site. So now I've got this prepped. We'll use straighten this little plate out. What we'll do, we'll weld it with 7016 3.2 7016 ESAB backpack rod. And bolt it back onto there. Now we welded that on and we straightened the track up a little bit. We'll weld this back on here now that mounts to the ram. That's the guard back on now. Make sure it don't catch anywhere. I got that one. That'll do. We'll find out now and let him know the job he's done. Well, we've got about an hour and a half drive back to the workshop. Nice little call out there. Okay, so I've just got back to the workshop. Let's see what's going on in here. Oh, Dan's on plasma. Right, bro.
How are you doing?
All right. Carl's on...
Trying to use plasma is what I'm doing.
Trying to use it.
Yeah. It's alright. Where have you been?
I've just been over to Huddersfield. That's a standalone video that you'll have to catch up with soon. We've got a trailer in here. Who's it off this?
Mate of mine, Joe Sullivan, Doughboy. You know Doughboy Pizza Company?
Oh,
yeah. He's got a couple of these now, but he's had different people build them in the past, so we've always put the hatches in for him, but he wants us to do a lot in this.
I'll tell you something, people will be interested in this, you know.
They're good, they look really good, and and Joe's got a huge following, like, he's people like what he does.
So Doughboy on Instagram's got over 100,000 followers. We're going to turn this into like a pizza trailer. He has a few of them up road now. They do look quite smart when they're done, I'll be honest. What else we got on?
Still got the steel work going through for them new houses. There's quite a bit going into this job, you know. We've got about nearly 20 tonne.
Into them houses?
Into them houses, yeah. It's crazy. And box section.
How much box section have you bought? You must have spent a fortune on box.
Oh, I'll have done 20 grand plus.
20 grand plus you bought it last month?
Well, in materials, yeah, easy. Just on this one job, yeah. Yeah.
What's Tab on with?
Tab? Where is he? He's mooching about it corner over there. He's doing a bit of a TIG welding job at the minute. This is it a gas header, this Tab? Yeah. It's a gas header, isn't it, for a new customer? So we're getting into pipe work a bit more now. He's going to...
Tab's quite good at TIG, isn't he?
He's not bad considering he's not done it for a bit.
In fact, Tab's a good all-round welder, ain't you, lad?
He's second best at North West, isn't he?
Yeah. Speedy Fab Tab on Instagram if anyone's interested. Speedy Fab Tab. Tab is actually a dog handler, aren't you, Tab?
Well, he's a welder fabricator, but he does a bit of that as well.
I'm a welder fabricator by trade,
but we do have a night dog over in the workshop, and I will introduce the dog to our viewers on YouTube soon, and we'll do a demonstration with how Tab trains the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do, mate.
Yeah. I'll find out if it's okay to put it on YouTube before we actually do though.
Can do.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it'll be good for you viewers to see. So, Tab, tell us what you're going to do here, son.
We've got this one's to tack on still.
Reduce it, and then we're putting this valve on top, aren't we?
Yeah.
That'll weld a little, cut the thread off the nipple there, weld that onto the top of that so that can be threaded on.
Move on.
Better get a move on.
Yeah.
Better get a move on, son. Sound. We'll look at it when it's done, yeah?
What are you on with again? For BAE.
JJ, I'm surprised he's actually working, not sat down having a brew.
Look at him with his new mask on as well.
You bought him a new mask?
Well, he bought it himself on my account.
Yeah. And Dan's got a new apprentice over there.
Just waiting for his overalls and whatnot to come, so he's just on light duties for the time being, tidying up and sorting out.
Good lad, good
Might
lad.
get him practising welding again later when they arrive.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just leave him practising welding. Is that what all them test pieces were before? I saw before.
Yeah, that's what he won with yesterday. They all scrapping.
DJI seems to be playing up a bit here, by the way, guys, if it's not coming across on TV, right?
Yeah,
so this is the best thing to do if you get an apprenticeship workshop.
I mean, some of them are pretty good.
Just give them a little bit of scrap and let them play about with it.
Welding for 12 months.
That's the one.
Whenever he's got a spare minute, he's on the gun.
Right. Sound. Right, so we've just had a unit turn up from Kemper. Right, it's an on-torch extraction unit. So some of you might be aware, we're looking at all the options at the moment for extraction. Now then, this is an option that we need to have really, on-torch extraction. Alright, so that is pulling the fumes away right at the source. But I'm not so sure what it will be like using the gun in all different kinds of positions. So Cal, just put a run down with that now, with the unit switched off. And we'll see how much smoke comes up, and then we'll switch the unit on to see how little smoke comes up. Shut your eyes. So Cal's got his air fed on, and we're looking at the fumes coming above. So we're also looking at getting extraction above Cal's head now, as well as on torch, which will be here later on in the week. Right, so now if we switch the source on, the unit on. Right, Cal, what's the suction like there? So put a run down now. So there's hardly any smoke coming above Cal's head there now. That's very impressive, Cal. What's the gun feel like?
Heavy, very heavy.
Feels heavy?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel that heavy.
It does in your hands.
I suppose it would if you were welding with it all day long. Yeah. So we're going to demo this for a couple of weeks and get a couple of them elephant chunks in as well to go with it. Alright, we'll keep that on the X5.
Yeah.
So when it does come to extraction, yeah, you've got to, first of all, Callum, who's welding, with his air fed on, but you've also got to think about everybody else that's within the workshop environment. So the elephant trunk will help a little bit more. We'll get fans within the ceiling, they'll help a little bit more, and really should be clear for everybody. Yeah. So when the elephant trunk turns up, we'll show you that as well. So Tab's just finished this gas header. And check out the TIG welding for those viewers that want a closer look.
What amps are you running out on that, Tab?
The root was about 130.
130 for the root?
Yeah, and then drop it down as you come in.
As you cap them off?
Yeah.
Yeah, done a good job there. Seeing you've not done it for a while.
Yeah, that's it, nice one.
Getting back into it.
Get in there.
What do you think, Tab?
You get in there, mate. Send me that all day.
So
loads of pipe.
it's getting picked up in half an hour. Should just be about cooled down by then.
That's going out in half an hour.
Yeah, going to get installed this afternoon. New customer.
So now we are starting to get into a little bit of pipe work. So we've got Tab and Cal that are both good on the TIG welder. In fact, Tab come up with a good idea the other day, Dan. Just tell us, Tab, what you come up with
Don't remind me.
about the competition.
The weld offs. Yeah, weekly or 2 weekly weld off.
Yeah.
Prize for winner.
Prize for winner.
Random welds. You two choose a weld.
Yeah.
You send it down here. We get to set a plant, and then you get one go with it.
Yeah.
You don't get practice. You just
No
get
practicing,
to
straight in.
down
Yeah, I
there.
like it.
So we ain't like most fab shops out there, yeah. This is
It's good. I think any kind of little schemes and stuff like that the lads can come up with, even if it's, you know, not necessarily a bonus scheme, but
It's more of a bonding thing. It's more of
Team building, isn't
more of a team
Team building,
building and team bonding
yeah.
for the lads to get together.
We'll even get JJ to have a go at it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's quite handy on the thing is JJ, you know, might be like, it could be a bit of a fox in the background, could JJ? Might just come out and snipe a Tab and Cal.
No, JJ, you are actually good at TIG, aren't you?
Anyone's
Yeah. So yeah, we will do that. We will start a bit of a competition up. Me and Dan will come up with the ideas, whatever the lads need to do, the welding procedure, and then we'll let them have a go at it, and we'll let somebody pick a winner. Yeah. And that winner will either win.
We'll announce it, we'll do it.
In fact, we'll film it for you all to see.
We'll do it for the beginning of next month, and then we'll put the winner on Works Do.
Right, that'll do. And they'll get a little bit of a bonus. Yeah? Tab's idea.
Speedy Fab.
Speedy Fab Tab. So Howard Stock's driver's just landed to collect the Cabelco that we've built the track guards on. If you want to watch this video, click up here. We've done a standalone episode on this machine and the track guards being built. $30mm hard sir, top plate. There's our Cal. Well, a few inquiries for these. Building flat bodies for hook loaders. I'll be doing a bit of research and I'll come up with my own design. Although it's always nice to look at other people's to get ideas. This is an alright scenario for chaining up, but I was thinking of drilling a hole in the top, a hole in the bottom and putting a bar through. With a tying down point. I'd also want to put some like D links in for chaining down. Go on, you alright, bud? Driver's worried about me filming him. Puts him under pressure. No to worry about us, lad. They do look well, them though. I'm quite pleased with them. So we have got another 3 of these to do, and we will do them on site. So there will be in a chronicle. So there, a chronicle is our weeklies. So now the Cabelco's gone, we'll just look at what we're going to be doing next. We have this pre-screen that's come from Scotland, off a J4. We're going to replace this plate here that's cracked and cracked with a piece of hard ox. That should be hard ox, but I'm not sure. I will put a drill on it and check it. There's more cracks. We'll go right over it and find all the cracks. So there's that to do. We've got this catwalk to fit on a new Scania, well not a brand new Scania, but a newish Scania that's going to be coming down shortly. I don't know how this is going to fit because this has come off an old Scania and we're going to have to move these pockets. So I don't know how it's going to look, we'll just have to see when the machine comes, when the wagon comes down here. We've got this little piece of hard ox here, 30mm by 80mm. That is for the Baler door. If you saw in a previous chapter, I went to look at a Baler, and that wants welding to the Baler door, so we'll get out and weld that shortly. DTM lads are busy. DTM lads have the top end of the workshop, if you will. And Tab started using the 85 as he was before using the Sabre. How do you like that, Tab?
Nice.
Nice?
Nice. Yeah.
Smooth, ain't it? Smooth.
Easy to cut with compared to some of them.
It'll cut. Tab's just cutting 6mm here by the looks of it, but it'll cut 25mm just the same as what he's just cut there.
That's all, yeah.
Have you had a practice run?
No.
Or are you going to do one? Right, so we've got a piece of 20mm plate here now. We set on 85, yeah?
Yeah. Pressing on here, look.
Yeah, turn it up and down on the gun, yeah. We'll run right across it. Right, butter. Oh, that's a proper cut. Nice, that tab. Highly recommend the Hyperfirms. And we've got one new apprentice here who's still learning the ropes. Stop what you're doing there, lad. Right, just tell me what you're doing there.
I'm practicing.
Was you just tacking that, or was you pulling it back?
I was just tapping that bit in because it was
Show me how you're holding the gun. Show me how you hold the gun and how you do it. Yeah, right, you're going that way, yeah. Which is fine, but you can hold it in that position, yeah. So what you want to do is try and start doing let's trigger them. Try to start doing some multi-runs. Just cut the end of that off. Start doing some multi-runs. You might need a bit of thicker material. Alright, or get some longer pieces. If you need any longer pieces, we'll get you some cut-up plasma. Alright, so this is a new apprentice for our dam. And you're going to take over, are you going to go to college?
Yeah.
You're going to do it all? Yeah? Right, sound. And we'll get him on college, maybe same as Sam, I don't know, I might have to go to a different college. Where do you live? Cambridge. Oh, so you're going to go to Preston College? Horwich. Right, sound. Yeah. JJ's on with the door boy box, food box for a pizza. Pizza selling unit. Be a good thing that when it's done. A good thing. Now then, the saw, I have took a bit of flack over the saw. I've took a bit of flack within the comments of buying my old saw back. Yeah, and what you got to think about is that got us through the period that we needed to get through, and the new saw that was originally going to buy was nowhere near big enough compared to this one that we bought now. Yeah, so if I had bought the new one last time, I'd have really set myself back because it would have been too small for what we're actually using it for. And since that's turned up, it's never stopped. Proper thing. So Carl's just pulled his van in now, and we are just going to go out on site to cut some trailers up for my pal Danny at Transports. So we're going to take the little sabre with us, little sabre plasma, because I think it won't be thick material cutting a skelly trailer. The skelly trailers that need the necks cutting off them. First scrap. How much oxy have you got, Cal? Ooh. We're only on small bottles, or we got to keep the weight down in the van. It's only a 3.5 ton van. Keep your eye on the weight in the van, boys. I never really go over 4.8 ton in mine running a 5 ton van. Well, the unit's on its way down from Scania. We'll wait for that and then we'll go and cut these trailers up. Oh, we've also decided to get rid of our Dan's old unit. You know, originally I said a few chapters back, a few months ago now, wasn't it, that we were going to keep Dan's unit on, but we decided to pull out of there because at the end of the day, we're just filling it up with stuff that we don't really need. You know, it's like having a shelf in a building. You know, you just fill it up with junk really, don't you? So, workshop's looking a bit untidy at the moment as we're bringing stuff down from the old unit and sorting it out. And it's hard work to throw things away really, so we're stacking things on the shelf. Alright, Dan, these stacking all stuff on shelves. And this here has major sentimental value to me and my brothers. That's my dad's old anvil that he had when he was a kid. So I said to my brother, I'm going to send that away for blast and paint. He said, you are not, because that's how Dad left it, and that's how it's going to stay. Very, very sentimental. So we just landed at Transports on Walton Summit, and these are the 4 skelly trailers that want cutting off up to the first axle. So they must want everything from the that axle back and that axle back for all the bits and gubbins. So as you can see, they slide in and out, can you see? Probably just cut it through this joint here, let all that bit drop and then cut that bit up to manageable pieces with the forklift. I'm going to try the little sabre and the gas out of blue. So Transports are a truck and trailer company that sell parts for any truck and trailer, pretty much any vehicle to be fair. Very, very good if you're looking for truck and trailer parts. They've got about 20 vans on road. If you give these guys a ring, they'll probably be there within the hour with whatever part you need. Again, probably just cut it off just behind the legs. Get a 40-yarder here, get them loaded up into a scrap bin, which is what these guys will do once we cut them up into bits. We'll get my overalls on, get cutting. Or just cut them up and stack them like that in front of the axle so it's all nice and tidy till the scrap man comes for that bit. I've just started gassing this trailer up here. That's got a bit of a thicker chassis and a bit more involved in that one. I don't know what it's used for, some tubes or something. Carrying tubes by the looks of it, or rolls of wire. Not sure. Scrap men today, aren't we? Scrap men today. That's it, job done. There's no money in these skelly trailers. If people think there's any money in them, there's no money in them. £2 tops, I'd say, for one of these. So they'll scrap all the front ends of them and probably sell the back ends for parts, I presume. We'll tidy up before we leave, have a little sweep up. Sabre, bang on. So we run that out of the van for a while and then realised why we're not plugging it into the power in the workshop. So we did the last hour with it plugged into the 3-phase. Warrior Welders, Phil Weeks, anybody interested? There's his number. Built-in compressor, by the way, if you don't know, for the other viewers who have not seen it before. Anyway, we'll get cleaned up and get back to the workshop. Back in the workshop, and we're just looking at this pre-screen off the J4. So I think we'll start this next. Put a drill on that, Cal, before you start gouging it off. Put a drill on it, see if it's actually Ardox. Yeah? And I'd just like to know if that's Ardox or mild steel before we start it.
What's your next job?
Oh, there's air down. Yeah, well, one of them, yeah, one of them. We're just we're looking at this. We've got a baler to go out to repair a door. We've got this to do, and we've got this catwalk to do when the scanner turns up. There's the boys just leaving, DTM boys. Look at the workshop. We're well out of room in the workshop anyway. Once we get a few vehicles in. Yeah, we'll go more into this when the truck turns up. But I'd say, Cal, gouge that, get the arcer on it, gouge these off, weld the plate on the backside first, just to hold them bars so they don't move anywhere, and then gouge all these off. Yeah?
Yep.
I'll start that in the morning. Yep. Yeah, and I'll speak to the guys with the baler to see if they want us to go out there at some point tomorrow. Which we might do 3 or 4. Cal's just done a little bit with the arcer there. But we're going to go to a job over in Accrington way to this Baler door. So we'll see you there. Okay, so we've just landed at Green Sleep Limited. Mattress company. Looks like they recycle mattresses using these balers. And once again, I served my time at Packer Waste Limited, building waste compactors, balers, etc. When I was a little wee nipper. I used to ride there every day on my little 50cc moped motorbike. So, this baler, you might have seen it on a previous chapter. We're going to replace this section here. As you can see, it's bent out with very, very poorly welding on it. I wouldn't like to be stood behind that door with that locked on it, with that weld on it. So these have been added on after as an add-on. So this must have been given a little bit, and they've put some turnbuckles with extra locks on it. So we're going to replace that piece of mild steel there, that's 25mm, with a piece of Hardox 30mm. Now then, what I think we'll show you is this actually clamped on to here before we actually weld it to the door. Because we're upping the size of the material here, we need to know that them locks will get hold of it okay here. If you're with me, when you up the size of something, you never know, that lock could be sat out like that, and really it needs to be on the material. We'll see how much, if there's a gap at all. And also, these here, these edges, are catching at the back side here. So what we'll do, we'll take that off, Cal. We'll take them down a little bit. Yeah. So it'll go over the weld nicely. So I'll just fire the machine up now. And we'll lock this plate into position. Yeah, that's fine. Making sure we're getting a good hold of it with the hinge lock. A nice piece of Hardox there. That will not bend. So I reckon we'll go through this with a 9-inch grinder up here. Go through the top and through the bottom with a 9-inch grinder. We'll run down the back. We've got the arco with us if we want to use that as well to take that weld off the other side. We'll just run a grinder down this back edge here. And it'll be interesting to see if that'll bang off with a sledgehammer going that way. So we'll get a little camera set up and crack on. The camera's already ready to go. So we've just ground right through the top, right through the bottom and up the back side. Now then, that weld was flush to the plate. Now I don't like calling people's welding, but that is absolutely horrendous. So what we're going to do now, we're going to swing sledgehammer against this plate and just actually see if it breaks off without touching that back weld. And with Calamot hammer as well, it's like having my daughter on sledgehammer, so we'll see how he performs. It's starting to move. Come on, lad. So as you can see there now, there's no penetration with inside there. That's coming off nice and easy, although Cal's making it look hard.
I'm just too unfit.
Which one?
Huh? Too unfit?
Yeah.
Who's that, Mum? Who's that, Mum, there? Right, I think what we'll do, Cal, just to make it a little bit easier, just take a little bit out of your grinder, yeah? We're being a little bit optimistic there, all right? now we've got this piece of plate off. As you can see, it was only butt welded up to it. There's no prep on this plate here at either side. And to put a weld like that on it, unacceptable in my eyes anyway. So we've got it cut out, we've got it all cleaned up, the door. We've got our piece of Ardox cut to the right length. Prepped, we'll put the prep to the inside. And then we'll do a vertical fillet on the outside. Get it tacked in now. We use a little Warrior 1.2 mil solid wire. I'll show you how to do a vertical MIG weld now. As Callum's doing the welding here, I'm just listening to it and setting it as he's doing it. If you're a welder, you'll know what I'm listening for. I'm listening for that crisp, smooth weld, as you can hear in the background. As I turn the wire up a little bit, it'll spatter a bit. Is that alright, Cal?
Yeah,
Thank God, yeah?
yeah.
So we are running at 140 amps, 17 volts, and 1.2 mil wire. Vertical up. Okay, so that's what you call jobbed. This is how WELDERFABBER does it. Other companies might do it other ways, but this is my way. Even just adding that little bit of hard-ots gives me that little peace of mind, whereas where before they're using mild steel, 25mm, and you got the bend in it, as I showed you before. Now then, with having that bend in it, did give us a slight gap at the top of the door before, so let's just lock it up now properly with the clamp. Lock in nice and tight now. Beautiful. I said it pull that close then. Yeah. No gap, and we're right up against the weld there. Beautiful. So guys, we've come to an end of a chapter here now. So I hope you like what you see. If you do like watching this channel, hit that notification bell, because it will let you know of future episodes or chapters coming out. And yeah, cheers. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, and I'll catch you on the next one.